Morning, folks. How are we doing? We are back here again with Amberlynn Reed with weight loss surgery in Mexico, new 6X maxi dresses, and trigger warning panic attack vlog. Uh, I'm not excited when I read like any of those because it's like, well, clickbaiting the weight loss surgery, clickbaiting her looking bad in dresses again, and clickbaiting mental health, all the stuff that she does, which you guys know, Russell's my Jimmy's more than a wee bit here. I'm assuming with the weight loss surgery in Mexico, it's going to be one of those like, someone in the comments said I should get it. And no, I don't think I should get it because I'm actually doing really well now, and I'm actually like doing great, and I'm basically amazing, and I'm basically ready for weight loss surgery. Right? It's gonna be something like that. The 6X maxi dresses. I haven't seen, like, she would have used it in the thumbnail, I think, if she had tried it on, which is going to be depressing. So maybe she just talks about them. Well, it's new, actually, so we probably get some. And trigger warning, panic attack. The last time she had, like, the panic attack, from what I remember, was the time she, like, immediately recorded herself straight afterwards. I know everyone was just like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you recording this? This is a bad idea. So we're at 1.25 speed. Let's just get straight into it.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
So I wasn't really gonna vlog today, but I do have
Okay.
something like on my mind that I kind of just wanted to answer because
Answer okay. I was about to say, I wonder if it's gonna be one of those like, if why can 18-year-olds star in, like under 18-year-olds star in over 18 movies, but they can't watch them. I thought it was gonna be one of those again. I was gonna be like the entire video. Always a good start when it's like, yeah, guys, I don't really want to vlog today, but I guess I have to. It doesn't really show a lot of passion for your job.
I have had some people ask me why don't I go to like Mexico to get weight loss surgery.
Okay, I was right.
It's drastically cheap.
Okay, I was just right. Go to Mexico to get surgery, barely any requirements, no therapy, nothing. They just want money, might change your life, sis. Okay, so I was right. It was just some rando sent them a message and said, you should get this, and I'm actually going to talk about it, which seems weird because when didn't people already suggest why don't you just go to a different clinic like in America to get it, especially because like apparently that one wouldn't work on her insurance, but other ones do. But for some reason, she wouldn't change. Like I said, because like she just like, well, I like them, so I don't want to change, guys. Which is really stupid when she did the 12-month thing. And then afterwards, I remember someone like commented on it. I was like, why don't you just change and go somewhere else? She's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That was her entire response.
Cheaper.
Let's see if we get the
same.
same.
Through all these requirements, etc., etc. And the answer is pretty easy, especially now. I am following someone's journey on here on YouTube who went to Mexico to get their
Swings of
surgery
redemption.
done, and there was like not many requirements, like
Yes.
no therapy, nothing, and now they're struggling with like being afraid of food because they didn't have like the requirements.
Oh my god, the lettuce assassin's making a comeback. The lettuce assassin's coming back, guys. My recurring character. I just realized from a character. Oh, my wee guy wasn't on. My wee guy wasn't on screen. Oh, how would you know there was a potato talking? Whoopsie. I was just said I need to get a lettuce assassin character now, just because the lettuce assassin has appeared in like a couple vlogs in a row or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember when I last brought up the lettuce assassin. Sorry, Amber, that was so boring. I actually forgot what you were talking about. Oh yeah, she said she was watching someone else and they are now scared of food because they didn't have requirements. I'm just gonna say, I think probably it's natural, especially if you can like eat so much that you like burst your stomach and die. I think it's kind of natural actually after weight loss surgery to be a wee bit tentative and a wee bit scared about what you're eating, which I think that's probably like a really natural thing. It's like if you broke your leg really badly, I think you're probably worried the first couple of steps you take afterwards because you're like, oh god, this is only just freshly healed. I don't want to mess this up. So that's probably actually natural, even if you go through all the requirements. I'd say that's quite natural.
Therapy beforehand, which now that I've started therapy and I've talked more to my psychologist, like the one who recommended therapy.
Now that I've started therapy, didn't you claim that you've done like therapy for like 25 years and it hasn't helped you so far? It just seems really weird that it's like, well, I'm an expert now that I've started surgery. It's like, yeah, I think you've done more surgery. Jeez, she's probably done more surgery. Who fucking knows? She's done more like therapy than most people have in their entire lives. At just like 33 or whatever age she is, 32, 33. It just feels like, yeah, this probably should have been you probably should already know what you're getting into with the whole therapy aspect.
That I do it. Now that I understand more of the reasoning behind it, it makes sense because I don't want to get my surgery and be afraid of food. And it just seems so unhealthy to me when...
Why is she talking like this? Has she changed? Wasn't it only like a month ago, maybe a wee bit more, that people were pointing out that she's like a spoiled brat because she was told this? This is why she was made to wait. So you have to wait X long before, after your binge. I don't believe it was ever 12 months, but like, isn't that what she was told? You have to wait X long to get you ready for it. And she was like, oh my god, I want to do it immediately. I wanted it to be done in the next 2 months. And she came across like a really spoiled brat about it, and that's why everyone called her spoiled brat. But now she's acting like high and mighty, like above it. Like, guys, honestly, it's just stupid to want to rush something like this. Because, you know, having, you know, spoken to my therapist and my psychologist, you know, it's so stupid to want to. It's like, bro, you're the one who wanted to rush it. It's, why are you talking down to us about the idea now? You're the one who wanted it. That's why people were suggesting stuff, because you were frustrated that you couldn't do it immediately. I feel like we're kind of all over the place here.
Weight loss surgery is supposed to be like a pivotal moment in your life that is healthy, and good things will be coming from that. You literally just go to the store, and I know you do like a little bit of lab work and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. Like, therapy isn't.
I'm just gonna say, okay, what she's talking about is really boring, because like her being high and mighty now and talking down to like us plebs, like, oh guys, do you not understand weight loss surgery? Sometimes you have to wait for it. It's like, isn't that what most people said? And so just, that's so boring that all I've been able to stare at is here. For me, you know, I do think she's putting on weight. I do think she's putting on weight again. I think this whole high and mighty thing is just kind of a smokescreen for it. But like, her choker is actively disappearing into the fold of her second chin. Seriously, it's disappearing. We're gonna have to get Sylvester Stallone from Daybreak to go in there and pull it out. It's such a crappy reference. I don't know. That's all I'd be able to look at. Like whatever she's talking about is just like, okay, Amber, you get it. You're like a weight loss expert suddenly again. We get it. I'm fascinated by this shit.
Required to work on your past trauma isn't required. To work on your food issues isn't required, and okay. I just find that to be strange, and I don't exactly agree.
Why would you find it strange? You're the one who wanted that. Why would this be a strange concept to you? You're the one who wanted it and thought that you could just go straight ahead and get it instantly. That was your thought process. That was your mentality. Why are you acting like, guys? It's so weird. People think this. It's like, that's what you thought. Have some self-reflection, Jesus.
Because, you know, the reason why we need weight loss surgery to begin with is because we have problems with food.
Yes, that is true.
I don't want to go into surgery or get out of surgery and be afraid of food. That sounds.
I know, you're already afraid of top water. We don't want to pile the lettuce assassin on top of that. I'm sorry, this seems so weird. You do have to like try and work toward bettering yourself in general, because a lot of people, like, I don't know the percentage, I think it's like 30%, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Like, they lose the weight, but then because they haven't cured their eating habits and everything else, they still have a bad relationship with food. They eat themselves back up. And they head back up the weight to nearly where they were. It happened to like Wings of Redemption, happened to Boogie. I'm sure it's happened to other people from like the 600-pound sisters and stuff like that. I don't watch any of those shows. I'm just talking about general lol cards. I know we've had the surgery. I can't get past this. That she is like she is amsplaining. Can we make that a thing? She's amsplaining weight loss surgery now for us.
Scary to me. It sounds like setting yourself up for failure type style. And I definitely don't.
That was your idea.
So like, getting it here in the USA, unfortunately, the process is longer. It is more expensive.
What?
But
how can you sit there for 2 minutes and 15 seconds saying, people are so... It doesn't make sense. People like want to do it quickly, and you're not ready. That doesn't make sense. And as you just said, unfortunately, it takes longer in the US than it does in Mexico. But you're shitting on the idea of going to Mexico because then people are going in not ready. But now you're saying it's unfortunate that it can't happen quicker for you, even though you just... I had an aneurysm there. I'm seeing double. It's fucking what?
Process is going to make you be successful. And I don't know, I've just gotten so many questions of people asking about that, and I could talk.
How out of shape are you that you have to keep changing arm? You've changed arm about 7 times during this, and all you're holding is a phone, and she has changed arm back and forth repeatedly, because, like, I guess she is just getting so tired holding it. Like, that doesn't help me with the whole fitness journey that you're apparently on, where you're doing exercises.
A lot more about this. I could be very long-winded in this subject.
Bro, you've just talked for 2.5 minutes about it. I feel that's quite long-winded.
Because I feel like going to Mexico for someone who is like a food addict is probably a bad idea because of the lack of requirements and help that you need to put into yourself.
I'm staring here blankly. Didn't you just say you didn't want to be long-winded about it? You're repeating yourself here. Surely, like, I don't want to be long-winded, so yeah, I just think it's a bad idea. That's how you wrap that up. You've gone on for another like, 20 seconds now.
Before you get the surgery. Like, I understand that sometimes, you have to do what works.
Are we still going?
And since it is cheaper in Mexico, I understand why people choose that, but I just don't.
But I'm budget queen. Nothing's too expensive for me.
Think that it's good, because the more I learn about weight loss surgery and the things required to get
you are
here
repeating
in the USA,
yourself.
like, it makes sense. It adds up. I truly feel like after weight loss surgery, if you're afraid of food, if you're opening a snack cabinet.
Oh my Christ! It is. You've gone on for an extra minute after saying you're long-winded, and you've just said the same stuff again. This is a. How long does this? I kind of want to check to see how long this goes ahead, but I feel that's going to be cheating. This is a bit much, Amber. You're just talking yourself in circles here.
And you're feeling fearful that you're going to eat that food, or you're afraid for when you're allowed to have that food, then you didn't put enough work in yourself.
What is that noise going off in the background? Is she like me yesterday and she has like the washing machine going in the background again?
Before surgery. And that is why I'm going to therapy now. And that is why I'm getting this shit figured out now, because I don't want to be put in that position. I know
you've been in surgery for like 25 years. Like, I just feel so weird. It's like, that's why I'm going to surgery now. Why do I keep saying surgery instead of therapy? Am I just dumb, or can I pretend it's because I'm Irish and similar? Maybe 33. I don't fucking know. It's so bad of me. You're acting like it's like, oh, that's why I'm doing therapy now, guys, to finally overcome my eating addiction. It's like, but you've been in therapy for 25 years.
After surgery, it's going to be really hard. Therapy is still going to be needed. That is so freaking important.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't know. It's like for me and how I feel, getting weight loss surgery in Mexico is like.
How I feel, you've gone on for a minute and a half after you're saying you're long-winded here. And we're back to, I don't actually think it's a good idea to take it to Mexico. It's like, yeah, you said that 30 seconds in.
Throwing someone who's never been around lions and tigers into a cage with them.
What?
But then doing it with the requirements, the therapy beforehand, is like you actually become a trainer for those tigers and those lions. So, I don't know. That's the best way to describe it.
I don't even think that's close to being accurate, because it's like, that's like if you live like with lions and tigers every day of your life, because you've lived every day of your life with eating disorders. Like, that's why I think that the comparison doesn't really make sense. It's not like you've been thrust into a sudden, brand new, super unique situation. You've just had surgery. Like, the worry you have is that you might reverse the surgery, but the worry right now is that you might put on more weight. So I think the analogy there doesn't entirely work.
And the reason why I would not get weight loss surgery in Mexico, but I'm not.
Oh my God, you said it again.
Who has done it, because obviously there's successful stories, but I just know that this feels more safe and more healthy, and the right way for me to do it is.
Why are you being so condescending? This was literally, I know I've said this a bunch, but unfortunately she keeps repeating herself, so I have to keep repeating myself. It was her idea that she wanted this done in like 2 months. It was her who wanted this done. She started the process in like January or February, and she wanted to have it done by summer. Bro, you're the one who was pushing for it to be done super fucking quickly. Now you're saying, going like, guys, like, the reason I picked to do it this way is because it's like, you didn't pick to do it this way. You were raging because someone made you do it this way.
To do it here in the USA with all set requirements done. Okay, guys, so I have.
Okay, thank God. Good. That long-winded segment was only 4 minutes and 25 seconds long. When she said she was feeling long-winded, 2 minutes and like 15 seconds into it. So I'm glad she doubled her length afterwards. Christ. Okay, that was an experience.
Take those out because they just died. The little sound. So.
Cool. I'm glad that you drew attention to the one time you're not wearing your ear bottoms. Okay. Cool. Why? Just why?
I need to charge them. I have a little bit of a Amazon haul.
Oh, yeah.
So.
God, that bag opening is so loud. I don't want to turn it down because her audio is all over the place.
Let's get into it. First things first. Okay. Actually, before I haul any of this stuff, I know some people wonder, like, why do you do Amazon? Well, why don't you just, like, go to the store?
Yeah,
My girlfriend is working majority of the day.
Okay.
I could take an Uber. Have taken a couple in the past.
Yeah.
But the Uber to even get to the store, $20, $30. So it's like.
So?
I'm literally paying way more than I do for just like Amazon Prime. So I save money doing it this way, and I have.
What? Bro, didn't you get like someone to deliver like a cup of ice to your house? didn't people calculate that being like $15 to $20 just for like a cup of ice to your house, and you're complaining about like $20 in an Uber when like you like to gloat about how well off you are, like but you'll spend $15 to get ice. I repeat, ice delivered to your fucking door. What? Like you're that's like, oh well, I'm saving money, but it's like, yeah, but if you go out of the house, you get content for your YouTube channel, the thing that makes you money. So you'll easily recuperate that money. Also, you can write it off as a business expense. Like I don't know, did you write off the ice as a business expense? I really needed that Sonic ice as a business expenditure. That seems like really weird. Also, like for you whose exercise is literally just walking, shouldn't you be like any excuse to get out of the house to go out for a walk? Like, wouldn't that just make more sense? Like, I don't. That's baffling. That is a baffling deflection, and it doesn't even make any sense.
No problem, getting it on Amazon. Anyways, it's just like a little sprayer for your hair.
Okay.
Okay. There's a little hairstyle I want to do where it says like, make sure it's like damp, like spray it with some water. And I didn't have anything like that, so needed.
I'm sure I've seen her with like sprays before. I'm 100% sure I've seen her with sprays before. What hairstyles do you do? What hairstyles do you do? You're either like that single braid, a ponytail, or the poop bun, as people call it. Like, what hairstyles do you do? You don't leave the house, so there's no reason for you to have different hairstyles. You don't like get dressed up and fancy looking for doing your YouTube channel. So I get some people just like to do things for themselves. I do understand that, but like. We don't see her with like nice or different hairstyles, so this just seems like extra frivolous spending.
Next thing is I got some of this. They're insertable plastic dividers, and they're like lace looking. They're so cute. They're actually all different. So sometimes I catch myself repeating myself, and it's mainly.
Never would ever catch you repeating yourself with that 4.5 minute explanation of why you don't go to weight loss surgery clinics in Mexico, because you have personally decided that you like there to be limits and you like it to take longer, but it's also unfortunate that it takes longer, I guess. Is this for the bullet journal? Because it's A4 size, so I don't think like what other A4 things does she do? Because the only thing we ever see her do is like bullet journaling. Oh yeah, doesn't she have like that hilarious thing she did, like she mentioned once and is never mentioned again, where it was like her workouts. She does like workouts every single day, apparently, like massively apparently. That was like the 3 air punches or some shit like that. And she says she has a folder to record all of them, which I don't even believe anyway. Maybe it's for those.
Because I know not every single person who watches my videos watches every single one of my videos.
Well, that's because they're not a real fan like me. They're not a real fan like me, Amber. I watch every single one of your videos. Every single one of them. It's a joy of my day. I'm sitting there going, oh, it's the second day. She should have a video up today. Oh, I can't wait to get home from work and watch this.
So that's why I will add like little clips from the past, even if it's just from last video. I actually,
oh god,
just a few days.
I hate these clips. Like I hate the Naruto flashbacks. It just seems so weird. Like especially because like she's been doing them recently, where she's like last time I ever got drunk was a year ago, and then she showed herself getting drunk, and I was just like, why did you even include that? It just feels like you're padding. But like if it's like from like a week ago or like a couple days ago, it feels easier to just be like what was it last time? Where she did the get ready with me, and she did like, I'm going to therapy, guys, and then she like showed like 50 seconds, a minute of like a clips from her last video of her talking about getting ready for surgery, and she's like, you could have said like surgery. What is wrong with me? What is right? I keep saying surgery instead of therapy. I feel like really dumb. Yeah, do you know what? Write me off as a human being. God, that's so stupid. But yeah, when she was doing the therapy thing, I was just like, you could have just said, in the last video, I was getting ready for therapy because I'm starting it today and I'm really excited. Instead of showing like a minute clip, you could just say it in like under 5 seconds. It just feels like you're padding for time. I can't remember what this looks like.
Started a class. Or a course.
Okay, yes.
Course, same thing. And it has been a lot of fun.
Surgery, therapy, the same thing. Me and you, Amber, we're on the same page here. I forgot about this. Wasn't this like mentioned also, like the exercise thing? It was mentioned once and then never mentioned again. I kind of feel like this would have been more interesting for her to give us little updates on than the therapy thing, which she really gave us nothing to work with.
So far, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I have been doing a lot of writing for it and following the instructions that they say. Loose leaf paper, which I already had a ton of. But I didn't have certain things that I also needed, like dividers. So next bag.
I don't feel like you need those. I feel like they help, but I don't feel you needed those. But like, okay, but like, I don't know. Give us an update. Even there, wouldn't that have been a perfect time for give us a wee update on how it's been going or something like that? But I guess not, guys.
I got some maxi dresses.
Oh yeah.
So here is a gray one.
Yep, that's gray.
Literally just gray.
What? Okay. Why did you open? See, I don't get why she opens it up and like shows it to us, because like it's a grey maxi dress. It's like, yeah, that like what it looked like. I immediately had it in my head the second I knew it was a grey maxi dress, because I've seen her in maxi dresses before. It's not like they're really unique styles or anything, or they have like art on the front or like writing on the front or anything like that. If it had more than that, I get it, but like, I don't see why holding up. It's like, okay.
Actually got a like snake bite one. Snake bite.
Oh, she's quirky, boys. She's quirky.
Snake bites. If you can see the dots.
You still do?
The holes next to my lips.
Okay, thanks. Ooh, what is... Okay. This looks like dating profile pictures. Like, I know it's probably not. But, like, okay. The problem is the second I saw this, I remember the dating scene. And for any larger ladies watching, I'm gonna be generous and say larger ladies watching, especially off the Tinder dating age range. Yeah, see this. When guys see this, they immediately know you're fat. I'm just gonna be really honest with you. When guys see this, like an extreme close up off your face, you're trying to be cute, guys immediately know you're being fat. Okay, you're not being fat. It's not like an active thought process. They know you're fat. Because it shows a lack of confidence in your body, so you try and do an extreme close up of your face. Especially for her with these, she's trying to hide her chin. You know, guys know immediately. So it is just better to just be like, boom, this is me, and just show your body, because like guys know immediately, and when they see this, their heads will always go to the worst. Okay, so that's just a bit of dating advice from a male point of view. If you're posting a picture of yourself online and you're wanting a bit of attention, this isn't a great look. Okay, the super close up shot isn't a great look. There you go. That's dating advice for the week.
I meant to say snake skin.
Yep, I assumed.
This is cute.
It's not.
I really hope that they fit. Which I'm sure they will.
If it's 6X, you'd fucking hope it will fit. Jesus. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of snake print. I just don't think it looks good in general. But I remember it was like an ex-girlfriend had like leather trousers that had the pattern on it, and they looked good, but it's probably because they were tight leather trousers, less so that they had that kind of print on it. Yeah, I don't think it looks good. Maybe it's a handbag or something like that. But shoes, I think it's shoes. I think I've seen a girl with shoes who had those before, and those are nice. But like, I'm not a foot fetishist, unfortunately, so it didn't do too much for me. But like, I think just a big one piece, one pattern dress like that will make you look like a fucking anaconda or something like that that's just swallowed a water buffalo. Like, I kind of hope we get to see her in it now to see if my depiction's accurate.
And these in the past, just different colors and stuff, and they do fit. So next box.
Okay.
So
you're not gonna show it? Okay.
Binder.
I'm disappointed.
It's also what I needed for class.
Yep.
So just put my little dividers in.
Okay.
Last but not least, I do notice that something is missing. I got 3 maxi dresses and I only have 2. So last but not least.
Well, that's what's missing then. I'm going. There you go, Amber. We Scooby-Doo'd that shit. We solved it.
I got some gel pens.
For your class?
20 of them. Unique color. That's
a lot of gel pens. Is this for your class? Because it seems a bit OTT. Also, I wouldn't write notes in gel pen. Like when I used to take notes, I like to do it in different colors, because I don't know why it helps me take it in the information. I like to do them in different colors. I did just, if you look at like something that's just like a full page of black or blue writing or something like that, it's just like okay. But I like to do it in different ones for different topics or different like things to remember, so it's not just like one long flowing, stream of like words. I like to break it up so each new topic is like a different color. I like that. That helped me retain information. So I am a little disappointed because the binder is broke. Okay. Right here. It's not too bad, but got my little. That happens. Tabs or whatever you want to call them. I don't like them. Nah, I don't like them. I love them. So I was adding all of my paper and the stuff, about. I am sure there are people who are pausing all this. There are people who are like pausing this so they can read and see what she's talking about. But I don't know. Psychology and all doesn't really do much for me. Objective truth from the heart. And that's all I've read. I haven't read any of the rest of this, so I don't know what the rest of it is. But wise objective truth from the heart. Maybe I'm I'm going to be entirely wrong here. Like I said, I don't study psychology. I don't do anything like that. But it just seems like that doesn't seem like something that would be in a textbook. That like that would be information for like a test, like actual like science based psychology, like truth from the heart. That doesn't. It seems a bit too romanticized.
Already done and stuff, and I realized it's also broke.
Yeah, it's gonna get more broke if you keep fucking pulling on it like that.
Right here.
Like it was connected there at the top until you ripped it, and then you ripped it further down.
This is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's okay.
Good.
So I think this is like the first binder I've ever bought off of Amazon, and it's a bad experience. So I don't think I'll ever be doing that again.
What? Why have that little section at the end? Guys, this is the first time buying a binder from Amazon, and it's been a bad experience. I won't be buying that again. You make it sound it's like that would probably cost you like $1.50. It's really not a big deal. It's a binder. Who cares if it's a wee bit beat up? Like if it holds your papers, that's all it needs. It's like I know she's all about the aesthetics and has to look pretty, but honestly, who cares? Like yes, it's damaged goods. Then return it if you're not happy with it. That's kind of the mentality of it. I just find it so weird. She's like, it's like if you got like a £5,000 computer and it didn't work when it showed up, I would get people being like, it's really fucking frustrating. I wanted to have a good experience with this company, and I'm very disappointed in it. And yeah, it's kind of soured my whole approach to this computer now. I was really hoping to have fun, and look, they've ruined it for me. I would get that more if you bought a car and the fucking transmission immediately fell out the second you drove it off the lot. I would get that, but it's like a binder, bro. Blooming letters. Oh yeah, this is the other advert. Someone sent it, and they were the one who had like made the book and designed the book, because this is like entirely like an advertisement, just like that book that got sent to her. And I saw someone in my comments. I'm just home and I'm just recording this. And I saw someone in my comments had made a point saying, "Oh, the book she talked about sounds interesting to me." And I was like, "Did she actually even describe the book?" And I was like, "I don't even think she really did." I was like, "God, imagine getting sent something. It's obviously like an ad, and she didn't even like read what the book was about or anything. She said, 'Oh, this is the book,' and then she just kind of moved on."
So this was sent to me by a subscriber. If you guys remember that PO box unboxing.
Yes, I do.
I actually got the gel pens.
Are we not going to have flashback to this? Oh, I'm so disappointed. So this is what the gel pens are for? I thought you did this in like crayons or markers or something like that. Gel pens, they seem a bit weird to me. But like I think she's being like a traditional 14-year-old girl. Floral alphabet coloring book for adults. That's not my bag. This is not my bag at all. Like coloring stuff. It's like, I know I have my own weird, silly little hobbies. People are like, why did you spend like a couple $100 playing Kerbal Space Program where you're trying to build a little rocket to send to the moon? It's like, I like it, it's fun. So I get, people have a weird interest, but this just seems like so low level that I don't even, I wouldn't understand the appeal of it whatsoever. Because it's not like even art. It's not like you don't like. Sorry, I play that for 1 second. But it's not even like art. It's not even like you feel like you've accomplished something at the end, where you've drawn something, you've created something. Here, it's like you're painting in like a like you're basically just doing a color by numbers, but you just pick the colors.
To color, so I'm going to do the A first. Okay. They do all have like, D for Daisy, I for Iris. I'm not going to follow that. I'm just going to color it the color that I want to instead of like...
I don't think these are like... I think, isn't it just saying like it's that type of flower? Isn't that just what it is? Like the S stands for sunflower, so that we'll have a sunflower on the S shape. Isn't that kind of what they're talking about? I don't think I was telling you this is how you have to color it, because that would just seem like totally fucking pointless then. Especially because you have rose. There's loads of colors of roses. It's not like red rose. If it was red rose, I'd understand it more. But it's like I do daisies. There's lots of colors of daisies. Orchids. There's loads of colors of orchids. I don't think this is like telling you how to draw it.
Like coloring it the color of a tulip or the color of a lilac. I'm not gonna do that. So, oh, there's 2 A's. Does that mean there's 2 B's? Oh, there's 2 of each. Oh okay. My God, wait, maybe Feline?
That just seems kind of pointless. Like surely you'd want lots of different... Please don't tell me she just said surely Feline. Oh, she's going to say Feline's going to do this with me. Please don't. But surely you just want, like, a variety. Because if you are coloring because it's fun, wouldn't the point be you want to do a lot? Or I don't know. Maybe some people like to do like one in one style, one in the other style, and compare the two. So maybe that's what it is for.
You can color too. That's neat.
Oh, okay. We just got okay. We're in full coloring mode here. Let's go. Let us go. Oh, some ASMR there. I enjoyed that. That seems like a really wet one. I don't know how I feel about this. Because, like, some of the color, like, that blue is, like, really washed out, like, especially there. I don't think the green looks particularly good because it looks so streaky. This is a problem, one of the biggest problems, I think, with doing gel pens is, like, coloring with them is, like, they're not consistent color-wise. Like, ever, really, in my opinion, with a gel pen. Yeah, I see, like, that just looks, like, washed out. I don't think it looks good. Yeah, yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Alrighty, so I finished. I wanted to do this one like super colorful, no
Super ugly. I think you should mean. I don't. Is it overly colorful? I don't like those. What are those called again? Oh god, my biology is failing me. Oh, the wee floopers that come out of the flower. The pollen boys. Nope, don't remember them at all. God. If you want to do it really colorful, I feel like you have to use like kind of the same yellow here. Those are all the exact same color. You know, maybe you could have done one of each. You know, I'm just being an art critic here, guys. Sorry.
theme. I mainly just wanted to see how the different gel pens worked, because some are glittery, some are metallic, some are not. So
some are just not good.
And then I noticed in the gel pens, there's these ones that like are several different colors.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave them out because I usually just base it upon
leave
color
them out.
Cap. So I don't want.
How would you get confused picking that up? I think you would notice that that's not pink. I think you'd notice that's not orange. It's like, how would you get confused if you pick them out? Do you not look at them at all? Like, even if you look at the cap, I can see out of the corner of my eye that is a rainbow effect. Where are you going to leave them? It's just like, I have a box for all of my gel pens, which is just kind of already a wee bit weird, but that's because she got like fucking 200,000 off them. But it's just like, where are you going to leave them? Like, it just feels like unnecessary clutter.
I get confused when I'm coloring and think that I'm picking up a yellow, but it's actually like pink. So
do you think you'd pick that up and accidentally think you picked up a yellow when it has like blue and purple and pink in it? Would your eyes just like totally shut down and be like, oh, yellow, and just trick you? Also, here we go. This is gonna be the worst section. Also, like, if you're just like coloring for fun, does it really? I don't know. Is it really gonna like? Oh, I wanted that to be yellow, and it's turned out to be like multicolored. Oh, picture's ruined. Trigger warning, anxiety, and panic attack. Okay, so this is gonna be like probably the worst bit of the vlog. It's her clickbaiting this shit, but I'm like I have been not a big fan of trigger warnings in general. It's not my bag. I've never really thought trigger warnings were required or anything like that. But you know, it's me. I'm not really overly bothered or upset by pretty much anything. So I don't really think this is necessary. But it seems like so small a thing, you know, not meaning to super downplay it, but it's like if someone says like trigger warning for, you know, unconsensual sex, we shall say that for YouTube's algorithm. Like, I kind of get that because that could really, really mess up some people. You know, like I said, personally, I still don't really think they're overly necessary. I'm very much a take life by the horns, face your demons kind of guy. But it's like anxiety. It's like that's so. She talks about anxiety all the time. And she hasn't done trigger warnings for it. And I don't think when she did her panic attack thing, I don't think she did a trigger warning for that. I could be wrong, but it also just seems like it's kind of like a fairly minor thing that a lot of people deal with like fairly often. So it just seems a bit odd.
I'm just getting ready for bed.
Okay.
I wanted to vlog more tonight, but I didn't. I suffer with pretty bad panic attacks, and tonight I had one. As you can tell, my eyes are swollen. I'm super red.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't really tell. The fact that you're really trying to like, as you guys can tell just by looking at me, it feels like manipulation, trying to place the seed in the person's mind that if they look at you, and any normal person will clearly see that you've had a panic attack. Yeah, okay. But I don't know why it doesn't really do that to me. It just seems kind of weird and silly.
So, yeah, that happened, and it ruined my night, obviously. So, like, I was just gonna, like, end the video and be like, you know, something happened, so blah, 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 but...
Why?
My goal is to be more transparent and vulnerable.
I
And
I don't. I think she's misunderstood entirely. Okay, well, firstly, like it ruined your night. Why are you letting it? You know, especially if you're on the other side. If you went through the panic attack and you're on the other side, surely you should be like doing something to like fix your mood or help yourself or something like that. That's kind of the natural thing. It's what she talked about earlier on. Was it earlier on or was it in the last video? I can't remember. Where she's talking about it. I thought it was, yes, last video. Her therapy session. What she's talking about is about coping strategies and all. And it's like, bro, you've been doing therapy for so long. How do you not have a coping strategy for, like, even during a panic attack, having a coping session, having a coping strategy to try and minimize it. But then afterwards, you're sitting here, like, deciding to film yourself after a panic attack. And in my opinion, shouldn't you have just done something else that would, like, fix your mood or help you or distract you? That probably would have been a more healthy thing to do. But also the whole, I'm trying to be more open and vulnerable. It's like, I don't think you get what people are talking about. When people talked about that, they weren't talking about your mental health, because personally, you love talking about your mental health. She sprints in to talk about her mental health any point she gets, because it is her favorite shield. It is her favorite shield. If Amber was cured tomorrow of her mental health and she wasn't able to use that as an excuse, she would be sad. If a pill came out that is like, take this and you will never feel anxiety again, you'll never feel sad again, you'll never feel... I guarantee she wouldn't take it, because she doesn't want that. This is a great, really easy shield for her to pull up. So I just feel like that's not what people want you to be, like, vulnerable and transparent about. People were talking about, like, your diet, your step count, how much exercising you're doing, what your weight is, your weight loss surgery, like all that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that why people like me in particular think the whole thing is fake, because you were so cryptic about it, and the little bits of information you did give all contradicted each other. So that's why, because I know a lot of people disagree with me, and that's 100% fine. You guys can disagree with me if you want. I am not a dictator here, you know. But it's why people like me don't believe that it was ever happening, because you weren't very open about it. You weren't open about your weight loss. It's why people like me think you're putting on weight. It's why people like me think you aren't actually exercising, because you're not actually showing us anything. That's what people want you to be open and vulnerable, right? Not about your mental health. Trust me, we got plenty about your mental health every single video.
I had a panic attack. Nothing caused it. It literally just, like, came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the worst one I've had in a very long time. So just to open up a little bit more, trigger warning, panic attack symptoms. Mine usually...
I don't know if this is going to be just her talking about, like, her panic attack and what it felt like and how sad she is because she had a panic attack. I don't know if I actually include this. Oh no. Okay, that's a clip then. I just don't know if I actually include. Well, we'll see how it goes, guys. But if I skip suddenly to the end of the video here, don't be surprised, because this isn't the type of content I'm overly interested in.
Usually consist of massive hyperventilating. That is, like, the main big one for me. But this one, which, you know, this used to happen back when I was like 18, 19, when my panic attacks first started. Like, my body does not know how to react, and my jaw, like, it doesn't lock up, but it clenches so bad that I just can't even move my mouth, and I'm, like, hyperventilating and drooling.
I was trying to like, work out how that happens with you. You're hyperventilating, but it can't open your mouth. That just feels like a bit like... I don't know. That feels a bit odd. That it would happen like that, but it all comes back to, like, why are you talking about this on camera, especially if it just happened. It seems like a weird thing, especially if you're talking about it being like a trigger. Like, especially if you just came out of a panic attack, wouldn't you be worried about going back into it if you start, like, triggering yourself by talking about it? I just find that a bit odd. And at the same time, like, you've been through so many years of surgery. Like, at this point, you must have some form of coping mechanism for it. Like, you must have some form of coping mechanism for it. Like, I just don't think just coming to YouTube and talking about it is really that good an idea if it is real and did happen.
This is really hard for me to talk about, to be honest.
Then why are you talking about it?
I just feel...
Then why are you talking about it? It's so stupid. Why are you talking about it if it's something that could potentially trigger you again? I don't mean to come across as heartless, but this stuff doesn't really do anything for me. I don't pity people. I don't feel sorry for people a lot. That's not really my jam. I just find this weird. It just feels like this is like sympathy bait. This is attention baiting. She stuck it in the title very deliberately. I I don't think any of this. If it is real, I think this is a good idea. If it isn't real, I think it's just weird to include it whatsoever in your goofy, "Ha, guys, look at me color" vlog.
So worn down by it, but I feel like more awareness needs to happen when it comes to like panic attacks and anxiety and stuff. I've tried to open.
Do you think people don't know about panic attacks and anxiety? Do you think people don't know about that? Like, people know about panic attacks and anxiety. They're not actually in any way uncommon.
Up about it in the past, and I still remember a quotable moment that people still quote me by,
like not being able to control like depression. It's like all those things, like not being able to control.
I've never seen this clip before. Did she like? Is this apparently her having a panic attack? Because it's not. It's not the symptoms she describes her panic attacks as following. Firstly, but is she seriously just recording herself in public, having a bit of a meltdown? I just like, why would you do that? That just seems so weird. And if this is a quotable thing, and people make fun of it, I can kind of already see why. If she is recording herself having a bit of a moment, like it's not like she's weeping or crying or anything like that. She has a bit wet eyes, but that's about the long and short of it. It seems a bit weird. This seems a bit weird. Why would you include this as well? I don't know. This all seems just kind of weird for this. Like, I got some new dresses and I'm gonna do some coloring with my new gel pens, yay! And then like here we are.
Control your mind sometimes, or your emotions or anything. It's one of the most scariest things in the world. I feel like I need to actually share this.
Well, your emotions went like kind of all over the place there very quickly, and somehow you still didn't manage to cry. I know I'm kind of reacting to however long this was ago with Amberlynn, but you think if someone had like the full weeping, quivering voice, they might have actually been able to produce a tear, but her face isn't even wet.
Because I need people to know that, like, mental things is scary. Like,
even though
it's okay. Is that the quotable line? Mental things is scary. Oh my god. It's not even just like how silly that sounds when you say mental things is scary. It's not even how silly that sounds. It's the way she tried to deliver it so dramatically, because again, I don't know the context of that clip. I will be very direct there. I don't know the context of the clip. It seems very performative from my point of view, as a cold, heartless bastard, apparently. But it's the delivery, or she went serious face staring to the camera. Mental things is scary. Oh, am I bad? Am I a bad person? Tell me in the comments if I'm a bad person for this. Like, I fully accept if I am or not.
a quote came out of that.
Was it the mental things is scary?
And
okay.
My anxiety/panic attacks are very real and scary.
Cool.
And
yeah, most people don't film themselves having them for internet clout and points, though. That's the difference. Like, no one, like, does anyone think anxiety isn't real or panic attacks aren't real? They are real. They're just something you have to deal with and cope with, and that's what most people go to therapy for. You know, most people don't have the ability to go to therapy for years and years and years and somehow still kind of be at point zero in everything, eating disorder, you know, previous trauma, OCD, everything. That she's like she's never seems to have left point zero. But I don't disbelieve her that she probably has anxiety. I don't believe her that she potentially could get a panic attack every once in a while. One of my exes could get panic attacks, and she was like, I don't want to say the most stable person in the entire world, which is 100% why I was with her. But like, fuck me, like, come on, bro. It's like, I don't know. There's a big difference between people like being able to say I have anxiety and I have panic attacks, and this recording yourself right after having it, like you did the last time, or recording that, which is apparently you having one. There's a big difference, and it's kind of weird that your first reaction would be, I should grab my camera and film myself having this.
I think what is the craziest is like everything could be going right, and anxiety just decides to mess that up.
Is she amsplaining like mental health to people? That like some days you can be absolutely fine, and for like no apparent reason your mood can go down. Is she genuinely explaining to us like she's like unique in this? Isn't that like a standard thing? Like a totally normal human thing? It's like a natural thing. Like, why is she explaining to us like we're fucking idiots?
So yeah, there's no comment of the day. There's no being interviewed by you. There's no
Okay.
PO box.
Okay.
There's none of that in this one. I know I'll wake up and I'll feel better.
Then do them then. Then do them then. There you go. There you go. I've solved it for you. Is this why? Because I remember earlier on she said, "Oh, I didn't just want to end the video and say something had happened." It's like you could have just like ended the video. Like you do that all the time. There are loads of videos where you just end them. Like sometimes you just end them suddenly with like a title screen, like a pop up, being like, "I went bowling." You know, like this is why like. This doesn't help me like think of her as a genuine person anyway. When she's acting like she has to do this, or people will talk that she suddenly ended the video and she has to explain why she ended the video where she did. It's like you end the video all over the place all the time. You know, I don't feel like you needed that. Or even her other options, like it was either this where I come on and explain it, guys, or I had to end it and just say something happened and be vague about it. It's like you could have just done neither of those and just ended the video. Or, like you just said yourself, you'll feel better in the morning. So why don't you just get up in the morning and very quickly record a P.O. box opening and a comment of the day? They take, like, literally a few minutes, and then do your video then. Because, like, right now, what we have to expect is you go to bed and you edit this video in the morning. You could just record 5 minutes of content before that. It feels so deliberate. It feels so deliberate that she is making it, that she is being forced and has to include this. And it's, like, not even close.
I mean, now that the attack is gone, I already feel better, obviously, but it's like that, what's the word? Residual?
Yes.
Aftermath effects.
Don't worry, I also struggle with basic words, and that isn't even me being sarcastic or a dick. As people have very clearly noticed during my surgery therapy thing, I just struggle with words as well. I'm Irish, that's my excuse. I'm literally a potato. I don't know, like, if you're starting to feel better, see, my thing is I force myself to do things. I just go like, do you know what? I have to do it because it's a good way to distract yourself, you know? Her mentality of like, well, I feel so bad, guys, that I couldn't do a comment of the day and respond to a comment of the day. So instead I'm going to talk for what, like 3 minutes now, and probably, yep, till the end of the video, 4 minutes. I have to talk about this for 4 minutes, as opposed to doing a P.O. box opening, which often consists of me opening a letter and being like, this is from John. Oh, thanks, John. And that's it. Or answering a comment of the day, which can take upwards of 30 seconds to a minute. But instead, you decided you couldn't have those. But instead, it's easier for you to come on and trigger yourself again by talking. The mentality of it doesn't make any sense to me. The amount of time she spent doing this, she could have easily spent just like doing a comment of the day if she was that bothered by there not being a comment of the day, and just got it done quickly and then be done with it, and that would be the end of the video. None of this makes sense how she is approaching this or reacting to it.
So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay. If you feel your mental health getting a little, see somebody, please talk to somebody. I don't know if this might be triggered by my first therapy appointment. Stop.
God, now you're coming across as even faker. You're coming across as even faker when you're suddenly trying to tie it back to a therapy appointment that at this point happened 3 or 4 days ago. Stop it. It makes it seem even less real. God, I hate her talking about her mental health because she is all over the place, and it just is like, bro, no one should listen to you for mental health advice. Like, no one should listen to you for diet advice, weight loss surgery advice. No one should listen to you for anything like that because you aren't good at it to start with, okay?
I don't know, because I did already talk about some hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah,
so maybe, I don't know, but regardless.
Yeah, but you do that and, like, you're no newbie to therapy. It's why I make fun of the thing where she's, guys, I cried. It's like, you cry all the time. You know, you cry all the time. It's why it doesn't make any difference that you said you cried during therapy. You've done therapy so many times. Like, surely you shouldn't be this badly affected by doing therapy again. It's not too long ago you left your last therapist, the last psychologist, the one you said didn't help you at all, but then changed it a week later to be like how much they helped you. Like, it's not like you've gone years without therapy and then finally doing it has brought all this stuff up to your memory again. It's like, there's a guy called Boogie who I cover on my other channel. He does this a lot where he's like, always acts like he's in therapy, but then he says, oh, I'm going to do a new therapist. Oh, it's going to be so hard, guys. And then he like goes and he talks about how difficult it is and how it's like torn him apart at the seams and rebuilt him as a better person after literally one session. And it's just like what are you? Surely at this point you should just be like, better at therapy. I don't know. It's not like a skill, but I don't know. It seems silly.
I'll be okay. My head just like really hurts. I need to drink some water. I feel a little dehydrated.
Then you should have done that first.
I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed what this video is worth, I guess. And I will see you in my next one.
Not anymore. Since after this clip, I'm feeling a lot better. Okay, well, I can't. The only problem is I think I've lost all right to insult people for their English skills. So yeah, here we go. If you're suffering and need help, there's always help. National Helpline. I don't know what the national you're loved and wanted. That seems okay. I don't want to make okay. Well, I'm gonna quickly say my thoughts on the general video. I actually was kind of enjoying it in the middle. The maxi dresses, the coloring and stuff like I thought that was kind of okay, fun enough. Like the weight loss surgery in Mexico went on way too long. And this kind of just was such a weird ending. It's kind of soured my opinion of the whole thing. This not to be like overly sour. This doesn't sound like I have anxiety or like I had a panic attack. This sounds a bit more serious. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the whole self-deletion thing, once again for YouTube analytics and algorithm and all that shit. I don't know, just that it seems like a much more serious message than I had an anxiety attack or something like that. This feels a bit too heavy. But yes, guys, it generally better, I guess, than her other ones, I guess, which isn't a high bar we're setting. I see why a lot of people haven't been fussed on her recently. I don't blame people, but yes. I want to thank my Patreons. Eswag, Haley, Blake D. I'm just saying absolutely massive thank you so much for donating, subscribing, everything like that. I was going to do the clap thing and just do that again, but we all know how well that worked out last time. So thank you very much for donating, subscribing, watching the channel, everything like that, guys. I do hope you enjoy it. I do hope you're having fun. Have a good time, guys. Take care of yourselves now. Bye-bye.